I have PMSD. PMSD. And I know you think that's something to do with periods. Bold of you to assume my hormones are back to normal after giving birth to my child. PMSD. It's much worse. It's much worse than you think. Post-mosquito stress disorder. Post-mosquito stress disorder. To give a little bit of context here. I live in Australia. Nobody picked this up from my accent because I have no accent. It's all of you that have an accent. I have no accent. Never noticed an accent. I've noticed other people with I don't have an accent, but I'm from Australia. And Australia is kind of like the utopia mecca for mosquitoes. They love it here. It's just like a boutique hotel. Except, you know, the bistro is open at all times because there are so many mosquitoes here. I suppose it's the humidity. Maybe because there's so many swampy areas. Maybe because we just have, you know, the world's greatest collection of crazy wild animals. They're like, blood-sucking, nasty animals that kill people. Yes, this sounds like our home. But if you wondered why Australia has so many spiders, it's because the spiders have food. The spiders have food. There are a lot of buzzing, flying insects around. Mosquitoes, it's not exclusive to mosquitoes. We've got a lot of flies, fruit flies, the Aussie salute. That's the Aussie salute. When you come to Australia for the first time, you're like, wow, it's so beautiful. I think something flew into my mouth. And you learn the Aussie salute so that you can save yourself. Save yourself. But yes, there are a lot of mosquitoes here. A very large number of mosquitoes. And we find that we come across these mosquitoes on the regular. We've tried looking things up on the internet, and that has achieved two things. We do also have moths and butterflies, Alexandria Doom. Moths are not quite as common, though they are around. Not quite as common, I would say. Butterflies, there are quite a number. You do get the pretty ones, you know, with the pretty colours and everything. I suppose when a spider gets one of those, it's like, gourmet dinner tonight. But like a lot of the butterflies we have are the, you know, kind of boring white ones that go around and destroy your crops and plants and garden, and they don't even give you like fancy colors in return. You're like, what is the point of you? What even is the point of you? Can you imagine being a caterpillar and you're like, one day I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly. I'm going to be all rainbow colored. And you come out as one of them white, boring butterflies. You're like, huh? No one colored me in. What is this? Screw this! I protest! They start to get together their protest, but you know, they only live for a day, so it doesn't last too long. Burn it down. Exactly. Burn it down. Anyway, as I was saying, mosquitoes. So we'll go online and we'll look up tips, because that's what the internet is for. Very well-informed people giving definitely accurate information and tips on subjects such as this. So we'll go online and you get one of two things, or both, I guess, two things. The first that you get is useless tricks that don't work. Useless. I've tried them all. Both of them. I've tried both of them. There's only two. One of them is you're meant to put a little bit of detergent in some vinegar or water or whatever, and they're meant to fly in there like, this sounds like a good idea, and drown. They don't do that. Mosquitoes don't do that. You know who does, though? Fruit flies. Fruit flies. Fruit flies are like literally the stupidest insects on the planet. It's amazing. You can literally just put a little bit of vinegar, a bit of detergent in it, and they will fly into it and die. But this should surprise nobody. You make a cup of coffee and the fruit flies, they fly into it and die. You make yourself lunch and the fruit flies will fly into it and die. You put your hand out and the fruit flies will fly into it and die. I don't even know how these creatures survive. How? I swear, I don't understand. Everything that exists, they fly into it and die. It's like they're... Anyway, fruit flies. But mosquitoes are a bit more insidious. It doesn't work. So the other trick that we've learned is using the flashlight on your phone. So allegedly at night, when you are in bed and it's dark in the room and you hear like, you can put on a light. And then you can see the mosquitoes kind of being illuminated by the light. They're meant to like glow in the light, and then you're meant to be like, I see it, and squish it. That is the idea. That is not the reality. That is not the reality. We have tried this trick so many times. I don't even know why we keep trying it, because it has never worked. Every time you put the light on, supposedly, hypothetically, in theory, according to the experts on the internet, the mosquitoes are meant to fly into the light and you're meant to see them. Instead, what happens is you get from the bzzz and it stops and they hide. It's like they know you're looking for them. They're like, they're searching for us. Time to get away. And then you got the light on, you're looking around, you're like, I don't see anything. And you made the critical mistake of coming out from under the covers, so now your skin is exposed and you're going to be bitten. So neither of those things work. So that's one half of what you get online. Useless, utterly useless. The other half of what you get is literally PhD level expert mosquito knowledge. I have developed so much expertise on mosquitoes just because in the middle of the night, I'm hearing the and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? For the 7,000th time. And once again, I am learning that only female mosquitoes make the sound. Only female mosquitoes will bite you. Yeah, the male ones don't. Male ones are useless. Yeah, they're useless. Useless. The female ones. And you know why they bite you? It's not because they want to feed on your blood like vampires. We've all been lied to. It's because they need the blood to have the mosquito babies. But like, no more mosquito babies, please. There's been enough mosquitoes. So now we've got someone in chat saying invest in a mosquito zapper. So this is where I'm going to go to next. Our many varied attempts to take out the mosquitoes. Jiggly Dad, thank you for joining. We have tried so many various things to get rid of the mosquitoes. So we have one of those plug into the wall zapper devices, which was described, I believe, in chat. And that has one of those blue lights that draw the mosquitoes in and then they zap them. We also have like a kind of tubular thing. Looks like it could be an air purifier or something useful, but instead it's a murder machine. Again, draws the mosquitoes in with its light, and it's got some sort of perfect frequency range of sound that draws them in allegedly, and then they die. And the other thing we bought is mosquito stickers. They stink, and you put them on your clothes or nearby, and they're meant to get rid of the mosquitoes. Of course, you've also got your classics. Citronella candles, those little things you light up that kind of work like incense. You can get a mosquito net. All of these have issues. All of them have issues. For starters, a mosquito net. That's something that I remember my parents tried very hard to get to work for me. Because I was one of the lucky few. How many people here are fortunate enough to have type O blood? It doesn't have to be fully type O. It could be like BO or AO. BO. But, if you've got type O blood, yeah, we've got some O's. O negative, that one's quite rare. Fortunate. Yes, this is me being sarcastic. I am one of you. We are one, so I feel your pain. If you have O positive, O negative is actually a lot rarer. Most people have positive. I think positive is like some 80% of people. But if you have O of any variety, for those who don't know what that means, blood is like this kind of like little platelet thing. And if you've got type A blood, it has certain things on the side of it, attached to the side of it. And if you've got type B blood, it has certain things attached on the side of it. If you've got AB, it has both of them. And if you've got O, it has nothing. It's just like a little platelet thing. That's why people with type O blood can essentially donate blood to everybody. Look at me. Oh, I'm an educator now. This should be an education channel. Look at all of the science. But yes, I've learned a lot about these sorts of things because I'm up in the middle of the night because I can't sleep because I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes. But if you have any sort of type O blood, mosquitoes will be more attracted to you. I am sorry. That is the sad truth of the matter. When your friend with A positive blood is like, oh, the mosquitoes are always coming for me. Suck it up, Janice. Suck it up. If they don't have O positive, O negative blood, they need to suck it up. Because the truth of the matter is that's their preference of blood type. And if you have it, you are stuffed. And now one thing that people with this particular blood type may have noticed is you can be in a room with perhaps your significant other, your friends. It could be even a giant party of people. And there can be a dozen mosquitoes in the room, and they will not get a single bite. Not one bite. They be out there in their singlet and their jorts, and they're like, hey, look at my skin. My skin's available. Come get my skin. And the mosquito will not go for them. They will go straight to you. You can wear 700 layers. You can be a human Eskimo, and the mosquito will find its way to your blood. Redheads too get bit. I haven't heard that one. Maybe. I know a lot about blood. Again, like I said, it's just because I'm up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. But yes, you become a little bit of an expert when you're up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep and you're looking things up. But what I was talking about is the various devices. So we got these various devices, and mosquito nets are something that my parents tried on me because I was prone to mosquito bites since birth. It's like you inherit this color hair, this color eyes. Your skin will burn in the sun, but also mosquitoes will come and bite you every time. Enjoy, child. And the mosquito nets have one fatal flaw. The mosquitoes are kept out by the nets. So if the net is up and the mosquito is outside, the mosquito is kept out. Can anyone guess where I'm going with this? Can anyone guess where I'm going with this? You got this beautiful, almost like princess setup with the, hanging, draping mosquito net. The whole bed looks so majestic. But if you get a mosquito in there, which you do, it's never leaving. It's there with you all night. It's near impossible to find when it's in there. Not to mention, like Spock says, buzz, 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 you can still hear them. They're just lingering outside, being like, I'll get to you eventually. You're going to have to leave. You're going to have to take a piss in the middle of the night at some point, and I'll be here waiting. Oh, and then I'm going to get in there and never, ever leave. Even if I want to, because I'm trapped. So it's problematic in that sense. Hey there, Sassy Presley. Thank you for joining. So there we got issues with the mosquito nets. We've also got lots of issues with things like citronella candles, mosquito stickers, and those incense things because they stink. They do smell. They leave a smell. The stickers are my preference between the lot of them because at the end of the day, you can remove them, put them in the trash, and then the smell is usually gone because the smell is very much attached to the stickers. But I've also found that the effectiveness of said varieties of technique are minimal. They don't work as well as you think they will. Perhaps they work with Janice and her A+ positive blood type that doesn't even attract mosquitoes. It's like, once every red moon I get bitten by one confused mosquito, but I'm so prone to it. Get over it, Janice! The citronella candles really work for me. Of course they do, Janice! Go home, Janice! Yep, a room full of sticky papers. That works good. Just get them all stuck on there. I know at one point, this is going back to fruit flies, my parents hung up just essentially a piece of tape just from one part of the ceiling to the other. And these idiot fruit flies, I swear to God, they would just fly into it and die. Because that's what they do. They fly into things and die. And eventually you just have this kind of like tape of dead insect It was gnarly. It was effective but gnarly. Yobbo Bear, g'day. Thank you for joining. Anyhow, the final thing is these various zapping devices or devices that use the blue light, the frequencies to draw the mosquitoes in. And for us, we have found that they work. However, we just have too many mosquitoes for them to be effective enough to solve the problem. So we have this one device, which is like a tube, looks like an air purifier, I mentioned it before, and you can pull out the tray and you can see all the dead mosquitoes in there. And every day we pull out the tray, and every day there's at least a dozen. That's how many mosquitoes we're talking about here. There's a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of dead mosquitoes there. But it is not enough, because there are still some flying around. They escape. I don't know why. I don't know how. I cry in the middle of the night. I cry the tears of the sadness. They pool into a giant pool of sadness tears. I go to drown in the tears of the sadness. But before I do, I get at least 3 bites on my shoulders. They're not getting the warning. No, they don't care. They don't care. Recently, last night is the latest time that this has happened. We'd have to get them up in the middle of the night to try and find the mosquito and go hunting. You know, you're there in your jammy jams or your boxers and you're tired. And, ow, I hurt my tooth. That hurts. That's pretty much how I'm feeling in the middle of the night. And you're like, I'm gonna kill the mosquito. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. So you have to do that in the middle of the night. And for many nights, we were getting up and we were like, you know, looking around the room. We're like, where is it? I can't find it. And then I realized a few nights ago, they're hiding in the curtain. They're hiding in the curtain. So I was able to kill not 1, but 2 mosquitoes hiding on the curtain like fools. Take that, mosquitoes. And then since then, they've stopped hiding on the curtain for some reason. But a new phenomena has erupted. A new phenomena. And I think this, again, is something that would happen to those who are particularly prone to mosquito bites. I have PMSD, post-mosquito stress disorder. I'm starting to hear phantom buzzes. I'll be lying in bed at night, and I'm like, I swear I can hear a mosquito. There's a mosquito in this. I think there's a mosquito in this room. I think there's a mosquito in this room. And Patrick's like, there's nothing here. Let's sleep. It's fine. I'm just lying in bed like, it's coming for me. It's coming for me. Reeve the Beef, thank you for joining. And so you know, you'll have no mosquitoes in the room, and I still can't sleep. And I've gone through all the techniques. It's like 1,000,000 degrees Celsius right now, which is approximately 7 million degrees Fahrenheit. That's the science. And I'm still wrapping myself up in covers, just completely covering my face and everything. You've just got like one eyeball showing out of the blanket, so I'm like looking around for this mosquito in the pitch black, and it's because if I'm covered they can't get to me, but I'm so hot and sweaty because it's 1,000,000 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit, and it's like, no, and I can still hear it, I can hear the buzzing, and I'm like, Patrick, I hear it. We have a baby right now. I birthed a child recently. She's 4 months old as of today, and we're not sleeping anyway. She wakes us up every 4 hours anyway, which is an improvement on the previous. She used to wake us up every 2-3 hours. Now it's every 4. But we don't sleep much anyway. And now the tiny little glimmers of hope that I have for sleep are eradicated. Sucked dry like my O-positive blood by the mosquitoes. Not even the real ones, just the ones in my mind. There is no escape. Ever.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because clicking things is fun. If you want to see the full versions of these Twitch streams, then you can on my channel, twitch.tv/MaryAmber. And if you want to catch VODs, if you've missed streams, then check out my Patreon, Ninja Club, patreon.com/MaryAmber.